Time to go out and check some corn. Got to look at it, check the crop, see how things are growing. Nice day. Kind of warm, a little humid. With any luck, we'll get some rain. We could most certainly use it. We had less than an inch of precipitation in the month of June, and that's just not enough to sustain a growing corn crop. The subsoil moisture started out pretty plentiful. It was pretty well full, but I think we've pretty well used most of that up, and it's getting depleted. So we're overdue for rain. Hopefully we get some. But I've also learned that you can't hold your breath, and what happens happens. You know, could be more fun. But it keeps it exciting. You just never know. It might rain, it might not. It might get a big wild thunderstorm. Do all kinds of crazy damage that you really don't want. Then you got to figure out how to fix all that. That's never fun. I don't know. Let's go check some crops. I'm out checking my corn today. Just seeing how it looks, and this corn looks pretty good. It's got a little bit of striping in the veins, but pretty good shape overall. You know, you can see down the row side-dressed corn, corn with some nitrogen and some sulfur. And this corn here looks pretty good. We've had less than an inch of rain in the month of June, so we're starting to have some corn that doesn't look so good, and we'll walk over and look at some of that. Now here is a pretty extreme example. This corn is on, this spot is very sandy, and it's not real big. It's more of the exception than the rule to the field, but it does not look good at all. It's all withered, drying up. Poor corn plants are just they're just not going to make it unless we get some rain. There's some rain in the forecasts, but I'm not going to hold my breath. This spot is pretty well done for. It's hurt the yield a lot in here. I'll be surprised if we get anything out of this spot. I'll be surprised if it ever even greens back up. You know, and you look off to the west, and there's supposed to be some rain coming in, but I'm not going to hold my breath. For the most part, though, the crop looks really good, and there's a lot of potential. So I'm pretty hopeful. Here's that same field of corn in a different spot. You know, from here you look out over the cornfield, and it all looks pretty good, but you can see some of the leaves are starting to curl up just a little bit, and they do that because they're lacking moisture. It's trying to conserve the moisture so it doesn't evaporate out of the leaf. So they've started to curl just a little bit, like this one. Instead of being flat and laid out, they start to curl up a little bit as a protective measure. But once again, they look pretty good. There's a lot of potential here. If we just get a little more precipitation, I think we could have another really good crop of corn. This farm also has been no-tilled. I no-tilled the corn in directly into the bean stubble. I think I need to look into row cleaners. I'm not real happy with the way this has been working. So I think I just need to get row cleaners and bite the bullet on those and give it a little more strip so there's no trash right in there, and the corn will come up and be I think it'll be a little more even yet, and hopefully help on the yield. The trouble is that it costs quite a bit to purchase row cleaners for a 24-row planter. Behind me is the field I was in that's no-till, and I checked that, and now the field I'm in now is continuous corn, and has been for about 15 years. And it's just it looks pretty similar. It doesn't look much different in here. It's got just a little bit less trash on the ground because we tore it up last fall, so there's basically nothing left on the ground. I got a Grouse Dominator ripper that chops it up pretty good. This corn looks pretty good. There's a little yellow on the leaves. Some of that I think is from when we side dress nitrogen. it tends to burn the leaves just a touch. A little bit of stripping on the ends, and I think that's from just the wind blowing pretty hard. But it still looks pretty good on this side of the fence as well. Here you can get a pretty good look at the amount of residue left. It's just a little more than what a lot of guys would call ideal. And once again, I think I need to just figure out how to buy some trash whippers for next year. Get it lined up and get them on there. Ideally, I'd like some that are hydraulically adjustable from the cab so you can monitor it and change it as you go. But those are very expensive, so I don't know what I'll end up with. Kind of on the hunt for something. I got some ideas as to what I want. Not 100% sure. If somebody has some ideas, let me know. Comment below. So, I don't know. Insert standard farmer outstanding in his field joke here. Pretty nice day out here today. It got pretty warm and now it's clouded over. It's really giving me the hope that it is actually going to rain. But I've kind of learned that you don't want to get too caught up in that because it just doesn't have to do that. So I'm hoping if you enjoy these videos, you know, like, comment. I'll answer about anybody's comments and questions. And subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think, if you want more of this. It's been something interesting and kind of fun for me to do, just to kind of put stuff, kind of recorded, literally, and pen to paper, so to speak. Kind of get some of the thoughts in my head, show a little bit of the farm. I hope a lot of my relatives that don't live close get to see it, enjoy it. A lot of other people get to maybe learn something, I hope. Here's my crop scouting rig. I got the spray tank in back to clean up any misses or skips. I got my water in there. I got a log chain and a toolbox. You never know what you need. So yeah, this works good for getting around between the farms. It's comfortable to ride in. It's got a roof so it keeps the sun off somewhat, and it gets around really well. Now it won't drive through the corn, but I can drive through the soybeans. So that works really well. And I think it's more comfortable to ride in than riding on a four-wheeler. The four-wheeler doesn't seem to be as comfortable. I'm not used to riding a horse like that. Well, that gets a little awkward after a long day. Right now I'm scouting through one of my soybean fields. This was the second field I planted. It was planted the same day as the first field, so it's kind of irrelevant. We got the beans posted, the weeds have died. There's a little bit of speckling on the soybeans, but that's just from the residual herbicide we put down to keep more weeds from growing. One of our biggest issues right now is water hemp, and the best way to kill it is to not let it grow. So we are layering our residual herbicide. We'll put some on before we plant. We do the burn down on the no-till, and then we put some more on when we spray the post-emerge. Post-emerge means after the beans are up and growing. We'll put another post-emerge herbicide or pre-plant herbicide on residual when we do the post-spraying. I'll get it right. I know what I mean. Listen to what I mean, not what I say. I'll give you a little better look at the soybeans. Now the speckling occurs when the herbicides touch that, and it just causes a little bit of damage. It's more cosmetic than anything. The new growth up here on top all looks good, and there's plenty new growth, more new growth right there. We're after the summer solstice, so we're starting to get blooms on the plants, and these should all be purple flowers on these beans. Pretty little flowers. In every place there's a flower, it'll develop a pod. And every pod has potential to develop, I think, 5 or 6 beans. And the standard used to be about 3 beans, and you'd be lucky if you found a 4-bean pod, but those are getting to be more common. And the more beans you get on every plant, the more beans per acre and the higher the yield. These look pretty good. They haven't gotten much height, much size to them because we just haven't had enough moisture. But hopefully that changes. For anyone that's wondering, I had that full beard, then I shaved it down to a goatee, and now I've got this style of mustache. I don't know what it's called. Somebody ought to, comment down there and let me know exactly what this is called. But my wife has privately begged me to grow a full beard and shave it down to a goatee and then a mustache, and then probably just a regular mustache for a while. But she said she would always deny it in public. I don't know. That's just what she said. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing this. Yeah, it wasn't just quarantine and for fun. But, yeah, so that's what that's about.